Good day, everybody. AG outside again. Um, we're gonna do another video on the giant Marconi. That was a pretty good video. Had fun doing that video, so we want to do another one. That one we did a green. We harvested a green giant Marconi and did a cooking demonstration with it. So this year we're gonna do a red Marconi and just kind of explain the characteristics of a red one. And like that, it has a little bit different flavor profile. And we're gonna do a little bit different recipe at the end. So I thought it'd be fun to just give a shot of the plants as they're starting out. Today is May the 20th. So they got a long way to go. We are, have cultivated around the plants and put a little bit of fertilizer on them. Matter of fact, I put a little bit of calcium nitrate. Hopefully, give them a little bit of boost. They at a point now where they should be able to handle that calcium nitrate. So, um, we've been pulling the blooms off. I have other videos on growing large pepper plants, and I explain the process of just removing the blooms, give it a chance to develop. So that's the process we're going through now. I just thought like I said, I thought it'd be fun to just give a shot of the plant while it's at the beginning stages, and then we'll come back. We're gonna let the peppers get red and do another cooking demonstration. So let's have some fun. Just stay tuned and sit back and relax. Okay, y'all, we back, and it is mid-July, so we got some red Marconis. Now I'm gonna harvest this one and one of the other ones. I'm gonna let this one stay. These two in the middle stay a little while and get a little more red on them. I'm gonna take these and put them in the refrigerator and chill them, and they will hold up pretty good in the refrigerator until we get ready to do our recipe. Um, this one right here, we had our first round of Marconis. They developed a little bit of a dark spot in them. I don't know if it's due to insect bite or whatnot, but we end up losing those. So I normally don't let four peppers grow on a plant, one plant at a time like this, because it can kind of stunt the growth of the pepper plant, which that's why this one is stunted a little more than this one. So, in order to have enough, make sure we had enough peppers, I just took a chance and let all four of them grow on that pepper plant. But ideally, I like to just let two, maybe three, grow at one time, and let the plant. And also like to let the get a plant a little more time to get a little more maturity to it. But this time, I let them grow peppers on them a little earlier than normal. For the purpose of this video, I have and maybe delay it a little bit more than what I delayed these, but and again, they look fine. They look great. We're in the process of growing some new green ones on this one. So it's starting over from scratch. So they're gonna hopefully those peppers will get big and red soon. But for the purpose of this video, we're gonna do a recipe of these four peppers here. So um, again, when you pick them, you want to be careful and just kind of pick up on them lightly, go in the opposite direction of that stem. All right, there we go. So we're going to harvest this one here as well. It probably could get a little more redness to it. We're gonna go ahead and harvest it though. It'll give these other ones a little bit of a bump. Okay, so we harvested these two nice peppers. So we're gonna put them in the refrigerator and get ready for our recipe. We're gonna leave these two on here and let them get a little more redness to them, and then we'll come back and do our recipe. Okay, so if you can see, we harvested our other two peppers, so we got four nice red Marconis. So the recipe we're gonna do is we're gonna use ground beef. So we got about a half a pound of ground beef since we only got four peppers. We got tomatoes fresh from the garden and onions. So I'm gonna dice up these tomatoes a little bit better, but I did want to show you what I did with my tomatoes this time versus last time. I am going to take the membrane out and just use the meaty part of the tomato. So by doing that, it'll cut down on the water and the sogginess, and I can just cut this up, dice these up, and mix it into my ground beef. And we're also going to mix the onions up in our ground beef, and we're going to use this chili packet. So we're gonna make some chili flavored beef to put into our giant Marconi. So I'm gonna finish dicing this up and mixing all that together, and I'll be right back with you. We're gonna mix our onions up first. We don't want to beat our tomatoes up too bad, so we're gonna. Now we're gonna just use half of this packet. It's for a full pound of beef, so we only have about a half a pound. So we're just gonna use half the packet. Okay, we're gonna put a splash of garlic powder just to give it a little bit of a garlicky flavor, and then I'm gonna put a heaping tablespoon of sugar. We're gonna sprinkle in our tomatoes and just lightly fold them in. This is another reason it's good just to use the meaty part of the tomato, because if you use the whole tomato, it'll really get crushed up pretty bad. So all right, so we got our meat prepared, and now it's ready to get the peppers ready. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut a door in our peppers, so we'll have a way to stuff them. So I always try to come up here and kind of break the seed stem up here at the top. And the giant Marconi doesn't have a lot of seeds in it, which is a good thing. It makes such a good stuffing pepper. But I just come all the way down, and then I'll just lightly open that up, and we'll take all that insides out. So got all the insides out. You can rinse it out. I just don't worry about rinsing it out because I don't want the pepper to get too wet. Um, if you have time to rinse them out and then let them dry, that's good. But they so easy to clean out, I don't worry about doing that. And then we will take our mixture that we just mixed up, and then just stuff it in there. I always kind of go to the bottom, push it to the bottom, and just start back up top. Learn not to overstuff it. You can just use your favorite cheese to put on top. You can mix the cheese into your meat. I have done that before too. So we're gonna use a little bit of mozzarella and a little bit of cheddar. But you can, put any kind of cheese that you like on it. And just kind of massage it in there a little bit and kind of close that door a little bit. I think we put a little bit too much in there again this time. So we might not put quite as much in the other ones, but that's basically how you want to stuff it. And then you just kind of want to push it together. You want it to cook up like that so the cheese and the juices won't roll out of it. So we're gonna get these other ones done the same way, and I'll be right back with you. All right, this is how the peppers look, and we're gonna put them in a 400-degree oven and we're gonna check on in about 20 minutes. I always try to, wait for my peppers to get done and soft to the point that I like them. You may not want to cook yours that long, but I want to check on it in about 20 minutes. All right, here's how the peppers look, and they smell wonderful. Give it a little taste. That tastes delicious. Okay, so me and my daughters have been enjoying these peppers, and the flavor profile really is very similar to the green one after cooked. Um, but they have a very mild flavor to them. I will say this though, once they get red, they seem like they cook a little bit better. They get softer quicker. Um, so for that reason, I would say I prefer the red ones over the green ones. Seem like the green ones have to cook a little bit longer to get that soft texture to them that I like, which means that sometimes you'll overcook. You might overcook your meat that's inside of it. So I kind of like the fact that the outside of the pepper cooked quicker, and that I didn't have to overcook my meat. So, um, but anyway, I hope this encourages you to grow the giant Marconi. Try to, if you grow it, try the green one and try the red one and see which one you like the best. But anyway, I hope you try this recipe or something similar to it. And I did want to add that I did spray the peppers with some cooking oil prior to putting them in the oven, which gave them that little bit better glossiness. So thank you for watching the video, and please subscribe.